Hello friends, today I have come to you with a very crucial subject which is concerning to all food grain industry, private or government, FCI or any state government agency. That is storage losses in rice and storage gain in wheat. As you know that every custodian, every agency or the FCI has to deliver storage gain and the storage losses as per the norms, and the norms have already been prescribed by the Government of India or based upon the study by the ICAR. Now if anybody does not deliver the required storage gain or loss, certainly the recoveries are made by the FC from the agency bill, and further the agency itself or the FC itself recover it from the concerned custodian of the stock. Gentlemen, during my career in FC as well as in the state government, I have seen that the 90% of the custodians are not safely retired. They go with the charge sheets and their retirement benefit are not finalized for years together. These things are already you know, but I have just consolidated it for your notice so that you can save yourself. Since the subject is very lengthy, so I have divided it into two parts. Part 1, I'll discuss the causes, and part 2 subsequently I'll bring it the remedial measures, the steps which you can take and to reduce the losses. So before I start it, I must say that this video is only for those custodians of the stock. It may be FC or it may be state government or maybe any private agency. Until unless you treat the stocks, warehouse and the stocks as if it is owned by you, you are the owner of you cannot save the stocks the way I am going to tell you. The post-harvest losses in India is estimated to around 10%, and out of that, if we talk about the storage, I'm say at the warehouse level, so it is, as per study, it is only 6.58%, which is very high. And according to the study conducted by the World Bank report during 1999, that 12 to 16 million metric ton of the food grain is wasted every year, and this quantity is sufficient to feed 1/3 population of the India. First and foremost thing is that we do not prepare ourselves for a seat of Rabi, fresh Rabi or Kharif stock. So to eliminate the already living infestation in the warehouse, or it is hibernated in the wooden crates or the dead stock articles, we do not take proper measures. So with the result, the cross infestation take place and the stocks are immediately infested. So we need to warehouse inner and outer with deltamethrin. We have to spray, drench. Similarly, dead stock articles also to be drenched, and the old stock we generally do not fumigate, and old stocks are infested, so we do not fumigate. With the result, the cross infection take place. Further, cleanliness, the sanitation, which is must. Where the sanitation is not there, insects will always be there. Then calibration, advanced calibration of the weighbridge, advanced calibration of the moisture meter. That is another factor for preparation of receipt of the fresh wheat and rice. Cleaning of drainage system, to avoid flooding. Then cleaning of water harvesters so that the flooding does not take and the water drained out. Then positioning sufficient fumigants and chemicals for immediate, as soon as the stocks are received, we go for the pre-monsoon fumigation. Now I'll start from the procurement. When the stocks are procured, what are the points where the losses take place? First and foremost, if we talk about the wheat, the procurement of non-FAQ wheat by the, you purchase it, but RTS do the mischief. Stock with the higher moisture content than the prescribed one, then sprinkling of water by the commission agent before dispatch, then pilferage of the wheat by the laborers before dispatches. Dispatches generally takes place during the night, and they get very good opportunity to pilfer it with the bamboo and load the. Then losses, then use of the poor texture gunnies. You give new gunnies, but what they do, they will fill up the stock with cut and torn old gunnies, right? Then poor stitching, that is another factor which is causes the loss. Loading of short number of the bags. Then the truckers take the stock to the, and route there is a pilferage through bamboo. The cleaner and the truck drivers, they manage it, both rice and wheat, and route these type of the mischiefs takes place, which are the storage losses. Then at the time of receipt, now the truck has come. So first is that we do not check the truck for carrying tarpaulin or stones or water cannon or tubes, and generally drivers or some man is also hiding in the, these we do not check, though we have installed the cameras, but still I have seen that the checking is not taking place. So just to increase the weight, the truckers do the mischief. That is a very crucial. We have detected so many cases. Then faulty weighment on the non-calibrated and faulty weighbridge. There is another item where the losses take place. Then at the time of receipt in the warehouse, wheat and rice. See, first is non-maintenance of truck-wise weighment record at the weighbridge. Then adjusting the detected weight at the weighbridge. Adjustment is made by, I do not blame everybody, but there are some unacceptable elements among ourselves who does it. Then mandi shortage. This is very important. Mandi shortage is detected, but in actual sense, mandi shortage is not received in kind, and adjustment is taking place. That is also I am talking about some people, or not you, very few people who are doing it, and they cause losses to the corporation as well as face so many charge sheets for themselves also. So these things are very small, but cumulatively it will make bigger effect. Very small things I am picking up. So non-spreading of tarpaulin under the truck at the time of receipt. Spillage takes place, so that is spoiled. Then non-checking of the number of bags due to poor supervision. At every truck at the time of unloading, the official cannot make them presence. So what happened? How many bags have unloaded? Nobody knows. So that's very hard fact. Then non-collection of spillage. When the truck is emptied, loose grain which is dropped on the floor of the truck is not collected, and it is in the center bag. It is, the quantity may be 1 quintal or 2 quintal or half quintal, but it has the cumulative effect. Then non-testing of moisture or the dada manipulated by the commission agent and the drivers, as I told you, en route or from the mandi itself. Cautiously or intentionally they make dada. Some bags with the high moisture content, some bags with the bad quality, some bags they mix it and bring it. So that is called dada formation. Then non-repairing of cut and torn bags during the unloading. We allow it as such, let it go in the stack. Chances of receipt to the stock mixed with old and weevil stock. If I talk about wheat, even rice also. If rice is infested, then naturally you will be getting the storage loss. Then now coming to the rice at the time of dumping. See, first of all, dumping at the low-lying area. I have seen the lower layer is drenched. If the rain comes, no wooden crate is provided or tarpaulin is provided. If tarpaulin is provided, then that too is the stock has been dumped at the lower ground. So causes loss due to the drenching of the rice bags, low rice bag. Then faulty dumping of the rice. The height is taken to 26, I have seen. So how one can take the sample and how they can check the quality of the bags which are just on the, then the dumping takes place in such a way that it makes very difficult for the person to count it. You cannot conduct the PV. So PV is not conducted. Generally PV is not conducted in the depots. So we depend upon the miller, we depend upon the laborers. Okay, whatever the dumping has taken place, we teach that the stocks are good, number of bags are okay, and we tell the people to see after getting the quality checked by the FCA. We tell, okay, you take it, accept it in the store in the down. Then, gentlemen, use of old gunnies with poor texture. Repaired patches we have seen. Loose seams are loose. So, lot of dropping takes place. Then, heavy spillage at the time of dumping. Quintals of the loose grain we have seen, because gunnies were that loose grain will lose the moisture, gentlemen. If the moisture is, you say 14%, so that will remain 13%. So losses take place immediately. Then coming to your consignment is accepted, we do not do 10% waiver. With that, non-standard stocks are accepted. Then FAQ rice, dada formation with higher moisture quality, as I told you in the case of wheat. So hard broken, nakku. Then bags with a poor stitching, right? Those are stacked. Then non-collection of loose rice grains spilled on the floor of the truck. And then faulty stacking, gentlemen. Faulty stacking, manipulation of the stack plan. अगर 12-8 का है, 12-8, then somebody will go 11-7 or something like that. Heavy shortages have been detected at so many places only due to laborers, truckers, and the millers. They get together, they manipulate together, and because officials they cannot supervise each and every patient, so the manipulation in the stack plan takes place. Then, gentlemen, receipt and stacking operations are hardly supervised by the custodian, as I told you, because shortage is there, shortage of manpower is there. So we have to leave everything on the laborers, right? So use of faulty and damage. Now stacking takes place. Okay, when stacking takes place, it is the duty of the custodian to see that proper damage is spread. Then non-settling of protruding nails in the wooden crates. That's the biggest thing, gentlemen. The protruding nails tear open the lower layer bags and heavy spillage take place, which is ultimately got damaged, dried, insect infestation, and what? I am coming again to the unstable stacking. Stacking takes place quickly in the open as well as the covered, and stack collapsed. If the stack collapsed, fumigation cannot be taken place, immediately collapsing cannot be rectified. I have seen for 15 days, 20 days, it remains as such. Collapsing means more dryage, more exposure of the layers. Then maintenance of stack plan with a view to adjust the less number of the bags brought by the truckers from the mandi or from the millers, right? That I have already discussed. Thus storing ultimately less the number of the bags in the wheat than the as per record. Stocks have been stored, wheat and rice. Now comes the storage point of view. During the storage, naturally there are insect pests which cause so much losses. So if I talk about the rice weevil, one rice weevil can eat 14 milligram out of 20 milligram rice kernel, right, during its development period. Now female weevil through 3 generations per year has the biotic potential to reproduce 15 lakh offspring, and these 15 lakh offspring will eat away 15 lakh kernels of the rice, which will be quantifying to 30 kg of rice. This is the magnitude. Okay, by direct feeding on the what happens? Germination is taken place, right? Breaking, boring means weevilization, powder formation, atta formation of the wheat. Then Loss in weight. Loss in weight means the storage losses. Repeated fumigation by virtue of the more infestation. Then more the fumigation, around the fumigation, more will be the insect immunity. Extra labor cost, heavy quality cuts by the FCA at the time of receipt. Further, now suppose the stocks are the wheat stocks are atta formed. So what is upgradation cost? Okay, then financial loss due to additional labor cost, less loss in weight, less storage gain in wheat, unjustified storage loss in rice, and at the top of it that the upgradable stock, if it is not upgraded within that time, the FC has the power to declare it as damage. So these are the insects losses due to the insect, which ultimately amount to the counted for against the storage loss and the storage gain in the wheat. Now, during storage, the poor texture gunnies which we have accepted, at the time of receipt, add to the spillage. Continuously there is spillage. More the spillage, more the dryage, more the moisture loss. So more the losses. Then unsatisfactory insect control, rat, birds. So there's another factor. Improper doses, failure of fumigation, right, and spray. Right. Then second is the birds. Generally we do not care. Okay, let the birds come, eat away and go. But gentlemen, it has the potential loss of 1% during the storage. Beside that, it spread diseases also. Okay, particularly the pigeon dropping. The rats. Rats, according to the Pension Committee, 2.5% losses are there caused by the rats. So, first of all is that the selection of the in the cap, if I talk about selection of unscientific storage warehouses which are unfit for the preservation, structural deficiencies like improper aeration, leakages is there, unscientific site selection for the cap, that's another factor. Okay, so flooding takes place, water stagnation, atta formation, upgradation, termites, proper covering and lashing doesn't take place. If it doesn't take place, naturally the losses will be there. Bottom layer, at the time of issue, bottom layer, non-collection of leftover stock after dispatches immediately, and subsequently if rains come, that is spoiled. No inspection of periodically, stocks are not inspected periodically to keep a tab on the health of the stock. Untimely treatment to the stock. We treat, okay, it is in few, let it come into the heavy, only then we'll fumigate. Then major factor bringing the storage loss is due to damage of the stock due to flooding, water entering into the godowns, cap, dipping of the cap, lower layers, then partial damage of the wheat stocks in the cap due to rainwater. We do not immediately go for, in addition, condensation of the top layer when the water stagnates under the wooden crates. So all these factors are there. Very, very small factors I'm touching, but that is the fact. You cannot avoid it. Okay. Then non-detection of rain-affected stacks. We do not uncover it. Let the rain come. Thereafter, we should go and uncover and inspect the stacks. Then non-aeration. Aeration doesn't take place. Not taking immediate remedial action. For segregation, salvaging, shifting of the stock to the safer place. All these things are there. Small things are there which are contributing to the losses. No, losses at the time of issue of the stock. Improper sampling for determining the MCI, moisture content, at the time of receipt. Generally we go peripherically, or the FC go peripherically. They do not take the sample from inner layers also. Then weighment at the faulty weighbridge, non-calibrated. Poor supervision at the time of loading of the truck because of the shortage of staff. Excessive bags are loaded and taken away by the drivers. Faulty counting of made up bags, that's another factor. Then pilferage by transporter and route from railhead to from godown to railhead. Then last is the faulty 2910 format. for the preparation of storage losses and SLS and SES. Up to now, FC has not finalized it. So every district is following its own methodology, with the result that people are suffering for that. The non-variant of tare weight of each truck for each trip during loading of the rake. So that's another which causes the lesser gain in the wheat and the unjust weight loss in the rice. Poor monitoring of the procurement operations. Non-fixation of norms. In the state agencies, hardly the norms have been fixed for the inspection of the senior officers. Right. So periodical inspection does not take place. With the result, there is no monitoring of the quality at the headquarters level by the senior officer. This is the biggest drawback. Then no follow-up action. If some officer has gone for the inspection, then follow-up action has to be taken. So follow-up action is not ensured. So non-compliance of the observations or the removal of defects pointed out by the senior officer during the inspection, it makes no sense if the inspections are not carried out. Then last one, I feel that there are some officials who are manipulate the stock, and the department does not take immediate action against them. So action should be taken immediately. So gentlemen, I have tried to cover each and every point, minute point for your information, so that you can lay your stress on such points. If you have liked this video, request you to press the like button as well as subscribe it and circulate among your friends, your groups widely, so that everybody throughout the India, everybody is benefited. Thank you very much and God bless you.